Okay.
Indeed.
Alright. Can you talk some OC? I need to do audio balancing things.
Sure, I like talking. Talking is a very nice thing to do when you want to talk.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Gonna guess that should be good. You'll probably be fairly audible. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Am I live audio-wise? That's a question.
I believe you are.
Believe I am. Awesome. So am I ready to go? It's another question.
I'd say you are from my point of view. How about you?
I mean, I'm ready to go, but I don't know if we'll be ready for the timer and such.
I believe we're ready for the timer. So,
Okay.
whenever you are.
Okay. All right. So this is Momodora Reverie under the Moonlight. I am half-coordinated. I'm going to play this game one-handed. I do normally play one-handed due to having a physical disability called hemiparesis that lowers feeling coordination on the right side of my body. Normally, my right hand would be bracing the controller, like so, but we met that little donation incentive for me to hold this wonderful plush instead, and to give me a little more challenge. This is a fun game. We'll talk about it a little bit more as we start. And let's see. It's been long enough that my controller disconnected and we're ready to go. So, and 3, 2, 1, go. Don't do my best, do my worst. Oh boy, that's a good idea. But in any case, this is a Metroidvania style game, platformer, with a lot of influence as well from Dark Souls series. The developer is a huge fan of the Dark Souls series. This first area here is actually the most difficult area in the game, just in general. At least from a speedrunning standpoint. Because it will take a lot. There's a lot of randomness to the enemies in this area, which can make it very difficult to get through everything safe and sound. Do keep in mind, I am playing on insane difficulty, where I start with 1 HP, and just like that, I can die from anything. What actually happened there was I missed a technique called a roll jump. A roll jump is done by pressing roll and jump on the same frame. And if you miss one of those buttons, you'll kind of do just one of the actions.
Ouch!
Indeed. Alright. So we're collecting some money as we go through this first area to buy one item in particular later, called the Crystal Seed. That's death number 2.
If you didn't catch it, he is playing on the highest difficulty possible.
I am. That whole instant death thing, it's very possible. I had an awful pattern for that room. Enemies did not play nice.
I have seen you die so many times in the first, 2 minutes of this game.
That might not be the best thing to bring up right now, but this is
No,
true.
it's just that brutal.
It's very brutal, yes.
You're doing good. Keep at it.
Okay, and I'm gonna go for a quick kill here. It's a 2-frame window to get this quick kill. If I miss it, we'll just do this boss fight normally. So it's basically Samurai Showdown here. We do get this or not. Although Adia doesn't want to attack me. Or they'll just do that, so we'll just fight normally. They did not want to play along with that at all, unfortunately. Decent luck there, at least. So one thing I just did there, and I just stopped the timer I had going side by side, was I summoned a fairy by pressing up, up, down, down, left, right. So the first half of the Konami code. That fairy shoots lasers down in random spots. They did happen to shoot them in the same spot on the Pearl. The Pearl is the weak point of that boss. And when multiple objects hit that Pearl, it kind of glitches out and the hitboxes of those attack objects don't disappear. So it just hit for every single frame that the lasers were on screen. Which is also how the quick kill would have worked if Adia had been nice. Okay, this is Mocha. Mocha's a little butt face, but it's fine. This is Lubella. For some reason, a very popular boss. People just like her. For some reason. Speedrunners don't like her, though. But she was very nice to me.
I don't know. My brain's having time wrapping my head around this boss. I don't know what people see into her either.
I don't know. It's very well animated.
Yeah, I mean, look at her teeth. She's embarrassed by the teeth. She tries to cover it.
Oh no, she was laughing. But the boss fight did go very well. Let me see here. This is a kind of a good stopping point, or silent point. Are there any donations?
No new current donations. However, I would love to take this time to say a quick thank you to Voligen, who is hosting, letting us host this marathon on his channel. And on top of that great generosity, he's also throwing in any ad revenue that is made from the viewers or any subs made during this entire month. He is going to donate a match with a donation to the American Red Cross. So if you like a good dog emote, yeah, you could help charity and get one. Just saying.
Whoa, that sounds like quite the deal, Izzy. Sounds like people should do that subscription thing.
And you should follow Voligen in general, just saying.
So this area back at SGDQ time was much, much worse. There was actually a patch that came out that made it so basically I'm only going to see one bat per room. There used to be basically as many bats as they wanted at any time, but it made it so that they could actually spawn on top of you as you were going from one room to the next. And that was bad. So thankfully the developer RDN, who is I would count as a good friend, he went and changed that. And it was very nice of him. But just some platforming through this area here. What we're actually doing right now, as far as plot goes, is we're trying to collect multiple crest fragments so that we can open up a door, or we can die to a bat. We're trying to collect multiple crest fragments to open up a door to like the main castle. We can't get there without those crest fragments, so we have to kill 4 bosses that have these fragments. That's one of the few bats that I do actually still have to worry about with the current patch. Or that one, apparently. I had forgotten about that one. It is worth noting that I tied world record earlier today, so I probably used up all of my good luck. For that, I apologize.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Okay. Floor bats. The floor bats.
By the way, for those who are curious, if you donate at least $5 any time during the marathon, you have a chance to win this very game.
Wow, it's a good game. It's a very good game. So this boss is very basic in strategy for the most part. We're getting decent luck here. They can spawn a lot more dogs and block your shots, but we didn't get very many dogs. A neat thing to note is that whenever you beat a boss, just in general, they drop and whenever you beat a boss without taking any damage, they drop a unique item. These unique items are very powerful and are key to the speedrun. It's part of why I ran on Insane in the first place, because you would have to do all the bosses without taking any damage anyway. So why not? Of course you can argue the opposite, but...
I like why not better.
I agree. I might be biased, though.
I also heard video games were fun.
Video games are fun. I highly recommend playing them and enjoying them. Just a general good thing. So now we are in Whiteleaf Park. It's not going to be here too long, though. At least hopefully not. But we will see a familiar face. Anytime you hit a save, you refill your item, so I was just using an item beforehand, before going into this boss fight with Lubella again! Everyone's favorite. Alright, she was fairly polite. She didn't dive on either of the fights. I mean... So now, what Lubella's doing for us, she was really actually our friend. We didn't know this, and she didn't know this. But she got us to turn into a cat, which is what everyone wants in life. So now we are finally a adorable little cat. And that's all we've ever really wanted. And everything is good. Cat form is much faster than human form, not surprisingly.
Also more adorable.
Also more adorable, although Kao is very cute regularly as well. So we will be using cat form a lot as far as movement goes, but not for fights. Cat form can't use items. But now we're on an elevator. Meow meow meow. I'm a cat. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the elevator song.
No joke, my cat nearby was actually kind of like listening into that.
I've actually heard that multiple times from people. But, so, while rolling is fastest while you're in human form, the roll as cat has a slow ending lag to it at the end of the animation. So to get around that, we do a roll jump instead. Remember, frame perfect input of roll and jump. And cancel the ending of that animation with an attack. So we don't get the slow part of the roll and just keep going fast. It's one of the more technical parts, I would think, to the movement in the game. We're gonna fight a sub-boss. We're gonna see Frida's special item again, the sparse thread, and that was a sub-boss, and they're not around anymore. Can confirm if you want a remaster sub, just have a cat emote.
It is a proven fact.
So we're doing a little bit of backtracking here, clearly. Back in the Grove, we have to go somewhere we couldn't go before, because Kaho can't crawl because it would ruin her thigh highs, which would be a tragedy. But now we can go through those small spaces as a cat. This room in particular can be quite the jerk. Those jumping imps are very unpredictable, so just never know exactly what's going to go on there. And they are choosing to not be nice. An interesting thing, since someone mentioned doesn't get more Metroidvania than this game, is that you can actually do the 4 middle bosses in any order you want, which is actually pretty neat. The order I do them in is basically been routed pretty tightly to be the fastest way to go through, but you can do whatever you want. Whatever you want.
That's always, you know, nice in a video game.
It can be. Do I have my own Twitch stream? Why, yes I do. But this now isn't the time to promote that, probably. So we're coming up...
Too late.
Too late, it's there. But now it is time for the Arsonist, our next boss, who can be a pain in the arse. Anist. But they have a lot more health than pretty much any boss with a single health bar. It's kind of impressive, honestly, how much health they have. And they're not very safe to do a lot of melee attacks on. But that was an okay fight. Not too bad, not too bad. And Calf doesn't have to move, which is also very nice, so we saved a little bit of time there. Got the Pocket Incensory, which is a very unique item. So the Pocket Incensory adds flame damage to your arrows and your melee attacks, your leaf. But it also affects the Bachman patch, the raining doom blocks. And we'll see the next boss I fight why that is just fantastic and great. Just all around a thing that we like to have. Oh yes, by the way, we also have air dash now. For each crest piece that you get, you also get a new ability. Air dash is the one that from the crest piece that the arsonist was guarding. Other ones tend to revolve, or well, one let me warp between save points, as we'll do right now. And the other two kind of revolve around the charge up arrow attack that you have. I agree, the music in this game is beautiful. It's just wonderful.
By the way, we just received a $5 donation.
Can you wait a moment, actually? I'm
Sure.
sorry. Because it's boss fight.
Oh, fight.
So we'll just use these doom blocks here. And that's a boss fight. Okay. What's that wonderful $5 donation?
Oh, it's from the guest.
Oh.
He says money goes towards Luigi and New Super Mario Brothers. Volodog.
Let's see here. So now we have all the crest pieces, and we get to move on towards the last section of the game. This is my favorite area. It's also one of the most precise. It's the Royal Pinacotheca. There's just a lot of precise movement, a lot of switching between cat and human forms, a lot of use of the air dash. It's just very good when it's done right. It just looks really nice and feels really nice. On the flip side, of course, when it goes wrong, which I shouldn't have said, it can be a little rough too. That particular jump is a very unforgiving one, where I just died there. The little mini derelict Fritas can be in kind of random positions, and I am not doing that correctly. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Okay, whew. That's one of the scarier parts there, too. Alright, we're gonna go back for a safety save before the boss fight. And we're going to be fighting a two-part boss. Two characters, Lupiar, Ducas Lupiar, and the Huntress Magnolia. If Lupiar plays nice, the fight goes very smoothly. If she doesn't play nice, well, I won't guarantee that I'll live. Thank you, Lupiar, you're very nice today. And that was that boss fight. When it goes wrong, everything goes wrong. Yes. Let's get that save. Because marathons. So we're going to do some backtracking now, again. We're going to go back to the Forlorn Monastery. But I'll explain what I just did by doing the Doom blocks there. The Bachman patch, those blocks, also have another special property that they're kind of treated like your leaf is as far as what they can interact with. So they can uncover and hit things in the environment that are normally only hit by the leaf. There was a switch above that ladder that uncovered that ladder that I hit with the Bachman patch instead. So I actually skipped half of the castle. What we're doing right now is actually getting the Spring Leaf, which is an item that will power up the attack power of our leaf, and it's actually required to beat the get the good ending of the game, or the true ending, I would say. So we have to go back and get that, because otherwise we don't even get credits if you don't get the true ending. So we require that for the speedrun. Go. So we're gonna come up on a sub-boss here. There's gonna be a clone, they kind of make clones of themselves. The real one is always the one that's lower in the air. That's how you know it wasn't even intended to be that way, or at least Ardian didn't remember intending it to be that way. Because he didn't believe me that that was an actual cue. Again, Ardian is the person that made this game. But we got a very nice spawn, very friendly. Basically what we want to see. And we are nearing the end of the game. Audio cues are pretty important here. Wait for that laugh before I move out of the way. And it's going to be final boss time, because we were coming here actually to the Queen to try and get help from her, but oh no, this curse that's fouling the land is actually from her. What?
Dun dun dun.
I know. It's horrible, but good first phase. That's what really matters here. Okay, and second phase down. Third and final phase, so get ready on time. I messed it up already, but fine, it'll be okay. Okay, that's time. It was like a 28 early something, but
It's looking like maybe a 28, 39, 39.
ah, so that was pretty rough. My apologies. Um, do have several excuses I could use, but thank you all for watching, and do keep watching, keep donating, so we can help those that have been displaced or affected by those wildfires going on. It's pretty important stuff. So,
Yeah, it means a lot for any and all donations that come towards this. It's for a great cause. With that said, thank you, AFCO, for the Momodora run. That was really great.
and thank you for having me.
Yeah, and stick around, folks. We're going to run a quick 60-second ad, and then the stream's going to go down briefly as we prepare our next restreamer, and then we'll be good to go. So hang on tight, folks. Okay, we're probably going to shut down the stream here in a minute.